Okay, so this lesson is about a groove that I think of as the Chicago 2-beat. More on that in a moment. But if you want to download the tab of the example I just played, you can click on the link below or click on screen and sign up for my mailing list and download a PDF with the notation for that example. So I don't know if that's what anybody else calls it, but this is the sound of a lot of those tunes on the early chess stuff, Muddy Waters and Howlin' Wolf. There's this kind of like country 2-beat feel, and it's really fun to put that groove in the bass with your thumb and then put some blues licks on top of it, even though it's really more of a ensemble sound in the first place. So there's a few different pieces that go into making this sound. And the first one is you've got the bass doing 6th string, 4th string, 5th string, 4th string. So and a lot of the time you can do kind of a damped note for beat 2 when you play the 4th string for the first time by just relaxing your grip and just touching the 4th string instead of actually pressing it down to make the note. So you get this, and then you go on to play the groove. And then on beat 4, you can do a hammer-on. The thumb doesn't have to do anything different, but you play the open 4th string and then hammer on to the 2nd fret. So now we've got this. Now the fingers are what really kind of complete the groove. So you can actually do a brush on the end of 1 coming up on the high strings. And you can cut it off by bringing down your left hand onto the strings to make that damp sound on beat 2. So if you just kind of basically play sloppy and come in for that note, but let your finger, whatever finger you use, I'm using my middle finger, drape across all the strings as you do it, you get that short attack. So it's that basically. And so and you can do a second offbeat on the end of 2, just doing a brush while you're still kind of damping everything. So you've got that's where the groove comes from. That's where the shuffle feel comes from. So and you could even have it on the end of 3. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so that's the shape of the groove, and then it's just a matter of putting licks on top of it. So the first thing you might try is just playing on the downbeat. So and so now you don't really have that on the end of 1, but you could. You know, you could play 1 and so. And that makes it a little kind of call and response all by itself, just to play these notes. 1 and. So that's one kind of feeling. And then you could also have like a pickup phrase. So, and 4 and. So, and so now we're not doing the hammer on at that particular moment. We're having 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So. And so putting those two together, you could have. Because once you're playing on the downbeat, you could play different notes on the downbeat. It doesn't have to be this note. Or up here, you know, 8th fret and 7th fret. Or a double stop down here. And you could also, once you've got one of those opening phrases, you could play right on the downbeat of 1 and 2, or on the downbeat of 3 and 4 if you're playing, let's see. Right, so if you played a pickup phrase and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So when you have all those different rhythmic pieces together, in terms of what melodies you're playing over that groove, then you can start to just combine them and create phrases. Right, so there's a lot of possibilities, but that basic groove is really fun to play, and if you start with that, then you can start to slowly add different things into it. So again, if you want to download that first example, go to the link below or the link on screen and sign up, and I'll see you next time.